Welcome to Stitch Along Friday.
Yes, here we are again.
Can
My
you believe
goodness.
it? It's so amazing.
The weeks fly by.
That's for sure. I was looking at some of our previous Stitch Along Fridays,
Were
and then
you?
before that was Facebook Fridays.
Okay, yes.
And I noticed my hair is getting grayer and grayer.
Oh, mine probably is too.
No, you still have your lovely blonde hair. You're still, touching it up and stuff. And I'm just going natural.
Natural?
Yes.
You've decided to go natural now?
Well, actually, I've always gone natural, but I've had streaks
Oh, okay.
sometimes. Little blonde streaks or little red streaks sometimes. But
Yeah.
I haven't had any kind of streaking done for quite a while. And I'm noticing that it's definitely, graying up.
A little more streaked?
A little more streaked with gray. Good morning,
peppered.
Brenda.
Good morning, Brenda.
I don't know what you call this, but I think that, at 72, that getting my hair gray is pretty
It's pretty good.
I don't know about good or bad. It's just like I've had it dark for a long time.
Yes.
A little bit of gray here and there,
Yeah.
but not so much. Now it's so much.
Yeah.
This is a good time for me to semi-retire.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise my hair will go too gray too quickly.
Yeah.
Hello, Joanna. Good to see you from Tennessee. Lovely. And Patricia, hello, lovely lady. Good to see you too. So we've got lots of things on our surfaces here.
We do have a few things on the surfaces, yes.
I wonder whether we have a lot in our brains to be able to talk about.
We probably do. But
No, I don't think I do. I have no brains.
And you've got a brain.
Good morning, Donna. Lovely
morning.
to see you. We've been still trying to kind of wind up all of the stuff that needs winding up before we go in semi-retirement
Winding
mode.
down.
Mm-hmm. Winding up and winding down.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Lisa was saying yesterday, she just doesn't want to go.
No.
And I said, but you're still going to come back for a couple of days a week. So we will be open, like people can order. Right? People can order.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning how to do shipping, which is very exciting because I didn't know how to do it. You guys did all that shipping
That's
stuff.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
And to keep up with the bookkeeping and the ordering and all that, Lisa's going to be here luckily, she's going to be here at the end of every week for a couple of days, including Stitch Along Friday.
Yes.
She's going to come and do that on her own time, she said. I was so happy to hear that.
That's right, exactly.
She'll pop in. We may change the time a little bit to make it more easier for you to, relax a little more that morning. Or you might keep it the same. We'll just see. But it would only be like half an hour difference. I don't think we should change too much more of that.
No, definitely not.
No. Looks like Loretta's in Florida this week.
Oh, have a good time.
You're in Florida.
A mini stitching holiday.
That sounds lovely, and you certainly deserve it, Loretta. I know you're going through some stuff, so thanks for coming by, and hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Yes.
Joanne says good morning again, and Carol from sunny hot Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Becky's hello with a nice little wave, and Mary Hawthorne, good morning. Deborah Brandt. Loretta says, oh yes, your mini stitching weekend. It's like mini stitching, or is it a mini weekend?
A combination of both.
Right. Are you doing a small project? That's funny. And what else? Yay, Lisa, says Loretta.
Yeah.
Tricia McKenzie. Yes, exactly. Lisa's going to be here for sure, and it is so nice that Lisa's also going to stay on Stitch Along Friday, because otherwise it gets very, very lonely here. When you're on this end, we see your chat, which is so nice. Oh,
Definitely.
Lisa can barely see your chat, but she sees it.
I can see it now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can see it, but I'm probably looking away from the camera, right? So,
oh, that's okay, right? You don't mind if we look away now and then.
My eyes aren't contacting with you.
That's right. Yesterday, I was looking at the news program, and there was a lady who was being interviewed by the news anchor, whatever. And she was being interviewed about something important. I don't know. She was from a university, and she never once looked in the camera.
Oh, okay.
It's important to look in the camera because we're looking at you that way, and that's how you perceive us. But she just was going on looking around.
Where do I look? Where do I look?
Just did not feel comfortable looking in the camera. I guess she was also thinking hard because her eyes would go up and that, looking at the ceiling.
Contemplating.
Hola, Marley.
Hola,
nice to
Marty.
see you.
Yeah.
And Tedra's here. We have rain.
Oh,
can you send some up here, please?
yes. Not the thunderstorm, though.
No, true. We just need some rain, please.
Just rain. Lots of it.
And Lynn is here from hot South Florida. Actually, it's, I hate to say this to those of you who are going through the heat waves and the smoke and all that stuff, but our little corner of the world is feeling pretty good right now.
Yes.
You know, we,
Yep.
we have our ups and downs too. So,
Well, yes,
but
there's-
right at the moment,
There's lots of wildfires in the province, just not.
there's one on Vancouver Island,
There's one on that. Yeah.
and it's like,
Shirley.
and it's two hectares.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
Sharon Bonadio. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I finally caught you. Seems like I'm always catching up. Thanks for joining us, Sharon. I'm glad you're here live.
Mm-hmm.
And Tanya says sunny Arkansas, sunny Missouri, or Missouri. I think that's how it's said. Sandy, I don't know if that's true or not. I wonder how you would say it. Lynn Burton says from Norfolk, England. Lovely summer day here. Nice. And Linda Marchand is here. Yay. Loretta says, thanks, Thea. It's a small project, but mainly stitching on our own project. Oh, that's a really nice idea. Then you're not all pressured to learn. You can just stitch and, I was going to say bitch, but you're not allowed to say that or anything.
You just did.
Oh. But YouTube will stop me from publishing if I say anything bad.
Okay.
So I can't say bad things like I always do.
Yeah. You have come up with a few,
Bloopers.
Yeah, bloopers.
Yes, well, I live with, Richard, who's not exactly shy about sharing some of his opinions, and they can sometimes include some profanity.
Yes.
Norma says, happy Friday, everyone. Having a gorgeous day in Rochester. Spent 2 hours stitching on your deck. Norma.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awesome. I don't know, how's the smoke there where you are? Because I understand there was some smoke coming from Oregon all the way across to New York. Anyway, just an interest. What I was going to say is, in our household, when we had children at home, my ex-husband and myself, we were raising the kids, we had this thing about profanity in the house, right? They're girls, so they're not going to really get really right into profanity, but to, impress their friends. But I noticed at one point they started, and I didn't know what to do. And I remember talking to them seriously, one at a time. I didn't want to embarrass either one of them. But I remember talking to them, and I said, do you know that if you use a lot of profanity, like, say this, that, and the other thing, it kind of shows that you can't think of any other words.
Yeah.
You kind of look a little dumb when you're doing that. It's kind of how I put it. And actually, they said, oh, okay. So they stopped using it. It was unbelievable. Yeah. Anyway, it worked for my kids. It doesn't always work for everybody's kids.
No. I have my moments where, they do come out.
We do.
Yes.
Yes. We have our moments, but we try not to inflict it on you guys.
Yes. I try to hold back.
Sometimes when we have people that email us and, I don't know, our suppliers can say something or whatever, we do have these moments.
We do have the moments. Yes.
Everyone does.
Yes.
Ellen says, good morning from Stirling, Scotland. And again, sunny. Lovely. Carol, it's cool and sunny in upstate New York. Nice.
Yeah.
That must be nice up there because it's usually hot and humid the end of July. And Suzanne Healy is saying hello to everyone. Deborah from Virginia. Michelle Ozone, hello. Look at all the people here again.
Yeah.
Pat Hinkey, good to see you. Michelle says, smoke is made for beautiful sunset. Absolutely.
Tends to turn, orange.
Yeah, we've definitely had a lot of that when we get smoke on the island. We just suddenly start seeing the sunrise and sunset looking a little bit like, I don't know, like ominous.
Like it's burning.
Not so fun.
Yeah.
And Loretta had some smoke in Pennsylvania too. Wow. Francoise, nice to see you, and I'm glad you're here. Very hot there. Smoke also in Missouri.
Missouri, yes.
Diane, good morning. Good morning. And Mary Woodritz is here. Yay. So 38 people.
Pretty good. It was 39.
Yes, I know, but someone had to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to go.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what happens.
Oh, now we're 40.
And go, and come and go. Hello, Tammy, rather. Nice to see you. Still shopping. You really do often end up shopping on Saturday morning. Friday morning, sorry.
Well, it's Friday morning for us, but for Tammy, it's probably
Friday noon?
Afternoon.
probably. I like going shopping at like as early as they open.
You do, yes.
And then,
Yeah.
like, if it's a grocery store, I'll go at 7, which is when they open. If it's like, I don't know, like a stationery store, they open at 8. I go there at 8 if I can. Only if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Post office is open at 8. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
see? So I could go at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke made it to New York also. Yeah, it isn't fun, and it is really unusual to have that much. And those of you who live in California, Oregon, and in the interior of BC, we send out all our good wishes for a good outcome for individual people that are here, because I know that there are still this damage being done.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really not pleasant, and it's scary. So I hope that all the powers that be start really paying attention to the fact, yes, this is a climate change thing. Yeah. It's not nothing.
Yeah.
And that we continue to make scientific forays into alternative energies, and possibly, I've heard them talking about sucking the carbon out of the air.
Oh,
because there's all this carbon is already up there, and you can't get rid of that apparently for years and years. So, yeah, they have these carbon sucking things, and you know where they used it first? Is in the capsule which was coming back down from the moon.
Okay.
They had only a little bit of air, and those guys wanted to make it back. Apollo 13, I think it was.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And they had a little air scrubber, they called it. So they're making huge scrubbers now.
Oh, okay.
See, things can happen.
Yeah.
It's not all negative, right?
That's true.
Right. So, back to stitching.
Back to stitching, yes.
Air scrubbing stitching.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by here. Joy is here, and she is from Smoky Kelowna.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoky wine this year, that's true.
That's true.
Might be interesting.
If there's grapes at all, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she knows more about it.
Maybe.
Joy, if you're, a wineaholic, you might just really know and like the idea of smoking wine.
They don't have to actually go in oak barrels. So,
no, that's right. Or the brandy does it. I'm not sure. So you've got a list here. That's got nothing to do with what we're doing?
No.
Okay.
It was just to pull some models, which I think we pulled.
Yes, we pulled some models to show our Stitch of the Week.
Yes.
And what is it?
Our Stitch of the Week this week is plain hem stitch.
We have to show this one.
It is, yes.
So, okay, I'll show this. This is from Beyond Cross Stitch, level 4, number 5. See, my eyes are really good without my glasses now. I'm so happy.
When do you get your new glasses?
At the end of this month, I'm going to be ordering them and getting my, what do you call it? Optometrist, ophthalmologist test.
Test?
And there it is. This is the plain hem stitching here. I'll just hold it.
You're going to hold it?
Yeah, because I can see, remember, this is the thing. So down here, you can see the plain hem stitching at the bottom of this. And it's, at the bottom of this one, much more easily. I think if I hold it really steady, you can see exactly what we've got here. Generally, I do that kind of hem stitching, I believe, from the right to the left.
Yes.
And there is a hem stitching I also do from the left to the right, which is kind of like the mirror opposite of that type of hem stitching. So even though in Beyond Cross Stitch Level 4 we have, I think it was at least 3 basic or plain hem stitches, they are all different.
Yes.
I mean, I had to include them, but we don't actually have names for them. We don't have
technical names?
No. But it's good that that I included them. It's just that they can easily be misidentified. So that you're looking to say, okay, which one is this one? Have a good look at the diagram when you come across any hem stitching. And here's a first model.
It is. And I was trying to tie the bow. That's why my head was down. But
okay, well, let's see, because I'm bow tying.
Yeah. You're bow tying? Okay.
Yeah, I've got this bow tying.
You've got smaller fingers than me.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
You've got very long fingers.
Yeah.
But, it just depends on whether you have to entertain the people while I'm doing it.
I do? Okay, not look down with you and
ignore the people.
Ignore people.
Okay, let's see.
Bravo. Looks fabulous.
Thank you. So this is the lovely little needle roll.
Needle roll.
We call it a needle roll, but it's just a roll. Or if it's at Christmas on your table, it's a cracker. And then the let's see if we can get the beginning of it.
Yeah. Because it is white, so it's a little hard to see, and there's no color behind it. So.
Exactly. So you can see the stitch there, I believe, right there. And this is from the Pansy sampler. This was turned into a roll, but it's also framed.
That's right.
Which
exactly.
I have to say really looks nice by itself.
And I think the hem stitching pops out a little bit more on this
It does,
because there's
doesn't it?
color behind it.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think there's a stitch right underneath it. That's not it.
That's not it.
What is that? Is that like
it's a herringbone.
It's a herringbone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's
and it looks like a plate or long arm cross above it in gold.
Oh, nice.
This was a pretty one to do.
I was just gonna say,
yeah.
Who thought of that?
Yeah, who thought of this design?
I really like this whole design. It's even got a little pansy for a scissor fob taken out of the design itself. Really cute. And so we've got some more.
Yeah.
I think that one, right?
This one?
Yeah.
And this is faded so much.
Peaches and Cream is so pretty, but we actually turned it into a pillow and used it as a model. So you'll find that it's looking a little like faded and also kind of
faded,
like limp.
Yeah.
Now as a model, but it's still there, and you can see the instructions show that you have to do all of this hem stitching. Oop, it's over here. Hem stitching on this side, and that's all plain hem stitching.
Yeah. I like
really
doing this one. I did mine in pink though, so it's actually strawberries and cream.
Really? Why don't you bring it in?
I'll have to do that one time, yeah.
Did you change any other colors of anything else?
Oh, I think it's the ribbon. I did all of it in pink, so even the satin stitches are done with a pink trebizon.
Nice. When you change colors, everything changes. And I absolutely love seeing other people's ideas of what
color
colors
goes. Yes.
Speaking of which, the stitch along is starting to really shape up with all your colors.
And different flags too.
Oh yeah, right?
Yeah.
You guys are so inventive.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Actually, there was I think it was about 15 years ago, I set up a little class that was for teaching how to design. And now I realize that people were just scared to make choices. But at the time I thought, well, why aren't they doing it? It was a little in-person class. And it was only, I don't know, about 4 or 5 people in the class. So it was just a trial. I just thought, well, maybe people, and they really wanted to learn.
But it's intimidating once you start.
I remember you took your hand at it one time and you found it really hard to just make those decisions, deciding. And when you're changing colors on these things within the stitch along that you're doing now and the previous years, those decisions is what designing is about. You know, you can also, of course, design the elements. And some of you are even doing that, but putting in a dog or whatever. But if you're changing color, already you're making those decisions over and over. And no, you may not make the same decision this time as you would make the next time you're faced with that that dilemma. But you try things out and see if you like it. And of course, with stitching, it takes a long time to stitch something in and decide. So what I usually do, and I don't know if you guys do this or not, or if you do this, is I stitch what I want, or at least part of it, and then I put the whole stitching on. I have a special chair that's across from my stitching chair, and I lay it down on the back of the chair. It's right in the light so I can see it. And I go and have a cup of tea, and I sit down and I just glance at it. Glance at
Do I like it?
Yeah. And is something about that bothering me? Oh, yeah, I don't know if I like that part, but I like that. So I can start getting in touch with my subconscious. Rather than worrying about whether the stitch is correct or the color matches. I want the whole piece to accept. It feels like it accepts that thing that I put in there. And it was how I started designing. I'm more practiced at it now, but I still do it. You know, I leave it lying around, and then as I'm walking by to the kitchen or something, I leave it lying, and I think, oh, that's good.
I can live with that.
Yeah, that's right. And that is all you need to do. But I also noticed that it didn't matter what it was that I was happy about. Eventually, I'd come to a point where I would feel extremely unhappy about it.
Yes, I remember those days.
And now I still have them.
Yeah.
But I don't talk about them because I know it's nonsense. My brain is coming up with things like, oh, you don't know how to design. You don't know what you're doing. It does. There's always,
definitely.
You know, this negativity comes up in your brain and you think, oh, that's horrible. How could I do that? Anyway, I learned that about 3/4 of the way through any design, anything I'm doing, I start thinking that way. So I learned to ignore.
Yeah.
I just keep going and use the same process as I did at the beginning. And usually I really appreciate having muses in the office, and I often go to the people that are in the office, and Lisa was the first one who became that muse, and she did sometimes say, no, I don't really like that.
It's not quite right.
No. And that's so important, right? Because if you think it's not all right, and you ask someone and they say it's not all right, then you go, okay, now I can change it.
It's not quite right.
Yeah. But most of the time, you're always very complimentary, and that gets you over the hump. As long as your muse is pretty positive most of the time.
Yeah.
The other thing I notice is if your muse is saying things like, well, it's really nice and everything, but why don't you try this?
Yeah.
If you had started suggesting stuff to me, I wouldn't have been bringing anything to you anymore.
No.
And it's true. If you were a muse, do not suggest anything.
Yeah.
Because
not until much later.
Yeah, way later. That's right. Because the person has to work these things out in their own mind, and anything you say will be taken and twisted, by your fears into a kind of like a criticism. So I would do that, and I realized I couldn't listen to some people. They would want to help.
Yes.
And suggest stuff.
But that would cloud the vision.
Yeah, you're well said. Absolutely. Anyway, I don't know if that helps you with your stitch along, but it was fun to chat about designing. Hello, Thea and Lisa. It's Milady is here, and Jennifer Davis is here. We're just checking who else arrived while I was chatting away. Vicky Fisher is here.
Warm and sunny. It's probably like baking hot.
Yeah. Vicky, is it like extremely hot? To us, extremely hot is like 80.
Yeah. I've been to El Paso.
It's already warm?
Yeah, it's pretty warm there. Yeah.
I've not been. I would like to go there. It looks like a place where there's some art that takes place in El Paso. Have I got the wrong place?
I think San Antonio.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Where I'm thinking of. And Vicky Fisher is here, of course, because you're from El Paso, sorry. And Jennifer Chung is here. Hello. Good morning. And Jennifer.
Oh, thanks, Jennifer.
We make a great team. We really do. I don't think that's going anywhere.
No.
We were kind of discussing how things are evolving now that there's semi-retirement in the picture. But really, I don't know. We have such a good time together. And there are so many things that we can enjoy being with one another. So even if there's something eventually that doesn't ever make any money, we'll probably still do stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely.
Really, I mean, there's no point in just calling this a business relationship.
Yes. That's right.
We
exactly.
are more than
I think we should have like creative days.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we just okay, sorry, this is my whatever day.
Yeah, that's right.
This is my day with Lisa. I'm just going to have fun today.
Yeah.
Sit around and stitch and have people over. And,
absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Wanda says good morning. Hello, Wanda.
Good morning, Wanda.
And Pat says, I'm doing that with silk ribbon. I'm working on now with self-criticism.
Yeah.
Good for you. You have to not have too much self-criticism. Self-criticism is good if it's positive. But if it gets to the point where it stops you, that means that your life is no longer workable. So don't let it stop you. Let it help you on to the next thing. That's a good thing, Pat. You're doing well. Karen McVean says, hi from Ontario. You're going to be making more accessory packs. I'm glad you mentioned that. Before we officially retire, I may have missed an answer previously. Yeah, you may have, but we have kind of gone back and forth. So sorry if it's unclear.
Yes.
But frankly, it's been unclear to us as life goes, and we're trying to close down certain parts of the company. And yes, we may have a few left over.
A few odds and sods, but probably not any significant numbers.
No. So what will end up happening is we are at the moment, like we said before, we're making some accessory packs, and we may make a few extra. And at some time in September and October, I will send out an email, let you know, so that you've got plenty of time to go in and get the first or one of 3 or whatever, and I'll let you all know when the sale will come. It will become obvious
Available.
then when they will be available, and it won't be until we're not selling any more to regular retail people or to our shops of any accessory package. Most of them are gone now.
Yes.
There's still some left, so whatever's left, grab them.
That's right. Well, you can.
Well, you can, and but we're not making any more to be put up regularly.
Yeah.
In other words, we're literally retiring the accessory packs. Okay, that's our goal.
Absolutely.
So that by the end of the year, you will have one more chance to buy whatever extra we end up making.
Yeah.
Which,
and it's not going to be all of them.
No, definitely not. And as it turns out, we have to see what extra materials we have. And that is just a process that's going to go on for the next few months. This continuing for us, we had a lot of pre-orders from some shops. And so we're creating those. And there could be some left over. There could be 2 or 3 in any one design. Or there's none left over because we made just the right amount. So that's, I'm sorry to say, there's nothing very clear. But you will know if you are on our newsletter. There will be a newsletter ahead of time that says, this is your last chance to get accessory packs. And I'm really grateful to all of you for waiting that long. I know it's really kind of sad that you have to. In the meantime, if there's an accessory pack you're really looking for, try some of the shops. There are a lot of shops, and they have bought accessory packs.
Still have inventory that could help you. And
absolutely. Not every shop, of course, and maybe not the most popular ACT packs, but there are. And even small shops in especially in some of the states I know.
Absolutely.
I've seen some of their drawers. They would have a drawer full of ACT packs. And really, nobody knows about them because they're not online. Right? So
definitely
you have your friends check out what's happening and look on Etsy. Sometimes people are
selling them off that way.
Yeah, so we want to help you, but really the best way we can tell you is one more time, somewhere in October or so, somewhere at that time, and we will let you know. And what was the other one? Oh, yes, don't forget, you can create in your mind your own conversion of any of the materials. And in order to be able to get some idea of what the colors look like, I recommend that you go to our FAQ on our website, because underneath that there are some questions answered, and one of the questions is, do you have conversion charts? And we do.
Yes, we do.
It's not totally complete, but most of the threads we use are in there. Right? So, and they're converted to DMC, which are easier for you to access so that you can see what color approximately is that.
There's also many conversion charts on not YouTube, on Google. Just do a search on Google and you'll find other companies that have converted.
Many shops have already done that.
Absolutely.
I looked the other day for conversions from Overswa to DMC. For what was the other one? Gentle Art to DMC, and up came like quite a few. So use the word conversion and something to DMC, and you're good to go. Okay, Karen McVean, I'm glad that you got the answer. Keep your eyes open, and I'm sure that you'll get what you need one way or the other. Hopefully you will. Good day, Serena. Good to see you too. And Jennifer McEwen, hello. That's very nice. So we're still in the process of the
showing models.
Stitch of the week.
Stitch of the week, plain hem stitch.
Yeah, it's so boring sounding, plain hem stitch.
I think I just used that for lack of another name.
Yeah, absolutely, because there isn't really any name for these basic hem stitching. So there's one right there, and as you can see, underneath it, you will see that there is a square 4-sided stitch that goes all the way along, but the hem stitching is done with a plain hem stitch, and it literally has it looks like a little thing like this with a flag. Right? That's how it ends up looking. And this is actually we should show the whole model, on Rose Arbor. Rose Arbor is such a pretty thing.
It is,
Actually, Rose Arbor was one of the first little I guess Victorian gardens that I did.
It was. Did you do it for a magazine?
I think I did. I think I did it for Gift of Stitching.
Was it Gift of Stitching?
I can't remember. There were so many stitching magazines, and I did a few things for them.
Absolutely,
Unfortunately, we couldn't do very many because
time did not allow.
No, because we had a business that
Yeah.
had to have designs for
Yeah.
people to stitch, and so
Yes.
if I gave them away to the sold them for very little to the
Yeah.
to the magazines, it was really nice for them to highlight the designer of the month. I think they used to call it, and that was really nice, but it wasn't actually paying the bills, so we had to just curtail it.
Yes.
I think we did
Yeah.
about 5 of them or 4
Yes,
of them.
there wasn't that too many. I think Peaches and Cream was another one that was
Yeah.
also in a magazine, and I think the Celebration Square that's part of the heirloom anniversary was
Right.
also a magazine piece too. And I think Pansy was also magazine.
Yeah, it's possible. And then, of course, luckily, you can then sell the design, which is good. We had to wait like a year and a half or 2 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Exactly. Norman says, if you ever make any act packs for your gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Oh, no, just gold and frankincense. I've had no luck finding any online. That's good to know that you need that, Norma. And, of course, we'll let you know when there are packs, but we won't know which ones they are. So, yeah, I would like to let you know, but we'll let everyone know at the same time. Karen Krause says, it's been a while. Good to join you today. Has it ever? Karen, how are you? You're not going to be able to answer personal questions like that. But anyway, it's good to see you. Lynn says Pansy was in a magazine. So well done.
Yeah.
You thought of that. And then we have this one, which is another older design.
Old one, yes.
And I wanted this to be like an Easter thing. So it ended up looking a little bit like an egg. Kind of an elongated egg.
Yeah.
When you really think about it. It's like a duck egg.
It's a big egg.
But it was for Easter-ish, and I think that's the one, right? That
yes,
hem stitch there is also a plain hem stitch, and we have 2 more. What's this one? This is like all of them.
Yes, this is B is for bride, but it's the hem stitching around the outside to finish it.
And who did that?
I did.
Yes, you did. And you actually used it.
I did it 24 times, as a matter of fact. And then I did it on my big wall hanging.
So you actually used it as an actual hem stitch, as opposed to a decorative one within a design.
Yeah.
So let me just see if we can do it this way, and then you can see better. You did such an amazing job. And yeah, that is plain hem stitching. It's got a little flag and then a thing across the bottom. And finally, I think I took a page out of your book and did it all around.
And did it all around, but on the inside.
Yeah, that's right. This is the summer banner, and we have one, 4 seasons, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Or
yes.
Seasonal, anyway.
Seasonal banners or
something to
like
do
that.
with season. Anyway, we have summer, winters, fall, and spring. And there is the plain hem stitch, which you can see. Sorry, I have to hold it very still. And of course, there's the design all the way around the outside. This is so fun to stitch because it doesn't take any time. You can put any lettering in there. It will all fit because all the stitches are kind of small. So the multiples of any stitch will be fine. And you end up having this lovely little banner. You can make somebody's name with this design. Like we could put Lisa.
We could.
Right? And put it over your sewing room door.
That's true.
So we know who it is.
Well, no, my sewing room door is my alphabet wall hanging.
Oh, yeah. Yes. But around the outside, when you first enter, you could have it by the side of your door saying who's in there.
I could if there was space, you know. That's the problem now. I'm running out of wall space.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
But you know, when you have grandchildren, you don't know what to give them, something special, put their name.
Very true.
You know, you can have them going this way too.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't a long thing, you could even have your name going this way.
Definitely. Yes.
Anyway, so I think that's all the models we
I
have.
a couple over there,
right.
big ones.
Mm.
This is one of my favorites.
Well, this is one of my favorites too, and actually you can see the hem stitching better on this one than on any of the others we've just shown you. This is a little bit in advance. Lisa said to me, is this out of context? Like, is this the right season?
A little too early to be showing this.
But you know, this is Trick or Treat. And I won't show you the top except because we can't, because there's a desk between us and the camera. But you can see that hem stitching right there under the witch, right? There,
I
there
think it's
it
Under
is.
the Witch. Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
So you can see that there is the same kind of hem stitching, and it's pretty much, oh, there we go. It's back in focus now. It's pretty much a nice way to see it because the background is all black. It's kind of a shadowing behind. And of course, there's I love this little button, the one with the skeleton, dancing skeleton. It's hilarious. And then the entire Trick or Treat sampler. I think Sue Donnelly did this recently, and boy, did she ever do a nice job. I love this, and I think I will keep this forever. You know why? Because it is so seasonal.
Absolutely.
You've got the spider at the bottom, like an actual spider with orange beads around it. It's just cool. And it's not daunting at all. It takes no time to do every little piece. Ah, look. There is Pansy was in a magazine. Charlotte Jor says, I have all three also. And I think that might be...
Replying to Norma?
Yeah, about frankincense, myrrh, and gold, I believe. Thanks, Brenda. Really cute. Diane Woolsey is here. I'm so glad I found you. I just wish I'd known about you years ago. I wish you had too. Thank you for sharing your talent. Very nice of you. Thank you. We plan to continue sharing a little bit more, even as we get a little older and we're less able to, do as much. Still doesn't mean that we want to stay out of touch with all these wonderful people. Trick or Treat was so fun. Exactly, Mary. And Karen, honestly, you're going to love doing that one. For me, it was not even a matter of thinking about designing. I was just, what else can I put in there?
You had fun with that one. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. And I don't know what it was, but I remember clearly coming from Holland, there was no such thing as Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat, yes.
And when I got here, I discovered Trick or Treat. And I like eating.
And you went, I can go out and get free candy?
And I couldn't believe what people were getting. So I had this real oh my God, this is a cornucopia of candies.
Yeah, I think trick-or-treating now is completely different than when I was a kid. Because I remember going out and you would get, popcorn balls and candy apples and all the homemade stuff. That doesn't happen anymore at all, which is kind of sad because I miss, a caramel apple or...
Yeah, you won't make it for yourself.
That's right. Yeah.
And what you need to do is to take your dogs out for a trick-or-treat.
Trick-or-treating.
And then maybe you'll get an apple.
I don't think I'll get the candied apple. I don't think people hand them out anymore.
No, they're probably all worried about the mythical razor blades.
The mythical razor blade, absolutely.
That just ruined everything.
Yeah.
Somebody came up with that. Anyway.
Yes.
It was apparently a complete hoax.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
But even if it wasn't, I'm sure that people are a little more careful with what they give to their kids now.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, it was so lovely.
It was.
You could go out by yourself and then you could take it all home and stash it under your bed is what I did.
Didn't have to wear a seatbelt,
No, that's right.
A helmet.
No, that's right. That's right. Oh, yeah, you had to bike quite a ways, didn't you?
I did some biking, but I lived out in the country as a kid, so there was no buses or anything like that. You either walked or you biked. Yeah, so or you rode a horse.
So
I didn't ride a horse, so...
So you'd bicycle to the nearest town where you would then go trick-or-treating?
Well, no, I would trick-or-treat out in the country, and so, when... I see these kids now go to these subdivisions. It's like, oh my God, I had to walk miles to just get a little sack of candy. So
probably why you're, so healthy now.
It could be, yes.
You didn't stuff
Although
your face.
My teeth are not as healthy as...
No, well, you haven't actually let go of the love of chocolate.
No, I have not. I love my sweet.
Well, Karen, I hope that you get the mood very soon because it's a wonderful stitch and you'll be all ready for October. I have these angel cards. Nobody knows what these angel cards are, but does anyone want me to pick out an angel card for you? Or actually, I'll ask Lisa to pick
out
one.
an angel card. Okay.
So in the meantime, before anybody answers, you'll have to find out whether it is for you or not.
Okay.
But just wait because we want to find out if somebody is going to ask, will you please pick out an angel card? Because that has to be first. We have to find out if someone asks for an angel card. Our neighbor made and gave out fresh donuts.
See, I was a donut fiend. I love donuts.
I also had hot chocolate. Have you ever had that on your trick-or-treating?
Nope, I can't say that I did.
There was one neighbor that had hot chocolate. They invited everyone in. And we had cookies and hot chocolate, and we could stay around and laugh and joke and stuff. Can you imagine that now?
It wouldn't happen.
Older couple?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be, obviously, you're going to be abducted.
Definitely. Drugged or something like that. Kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly. Barbara Litimerska. Oh, Carol, she wants a card. Okay, here you go. Pick out
Carol,
a card
I'm
for
going
Carol.
to pick out a card. Let's see.
I'll try and hold them looser.
There we go.
Okay, this is for you, Carol.
Everything is here for you, waiting to be received.
There you are. You're going to get everything you want. You just need to receive them. I don't know exactly, but the angel's looking after you.
Yeah. And Donna says, what is an angel card?
Now you've got an example right there. Carol got her angel card. Do you want one? Because we just have a few here. And what I do is I fan them out. And every once in a while here in the office, we pick an angel card.
Exactly. And basically an angel card gives you an uplifting message.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not so uplifting, but, but the angel wants you to know this.
That's right. Yes, that's true. It's not necessarily all good here.
This is for Lori.
Forgive yourself. Let the past be the past.
Oh, Lori, I wonder if that's very applicable. Because we just don't know. And Jennifer would like an angel card. Okay, I'm going to put the used ones here.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, because you never know. I don't know if everybody's going to want one. And, oh, here we go. Jennifer's got one. Okay. Now we're going great guns here.
Yeah.
Okay, Jennifer.
So who am I picking this for?
You're picking this for Jennifer McEwen.
Okay. You are valuable to many.
You are valuable to many. Okay, good. And Judy Pfeiffer would like one, please.
Okay, let's see.
And we're just going to hold on, and then in a few minutes we're going to say stop, because we can't pick one for everyone.
You have grown a lot.
Have you? Have you grown a lot? I don't know what that means, but it sounds very exciting.
Very exciting. Now for Donna?
Yes, Donna. Okay. Sure, pick one for me, she says. Okay, you got one.
Give yourself more time to enjoy the beauty in your life.
Everyone needs that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds such a good card. Don't forget, give yourself.
Yeah.
Carol says she needed that. Thanks. Oh, good.
You're welcome. And now for Loretta.
Yes, she needs one too.
Let's see. This one.
Okay.
You have a big heart.
And so you really do. Exactly. Yep. What an appropriate card for you, Loretta. Okay. Joy, me please, me please.
Okay, let's see. We're going to go right here.
Okay.
Take more time to center yourself.
Okay. So that is for Joy. Joy, I don't know if you're centering yourself already, but you need more time centering yourself.
And Sharon?
Yep, she wants an angel card. She said, please. Share. Oh. Okay. I have to reshuffle these.
Take time to be still. How else can you receive?
That's how you receive. You keep still. I had no idea. I thought you had to do a lot.
That seems to be our event, doesn't it? We have to do a lot. But
we think we have to do a lot, but you just need to be still.
You need to be still. Okay, now for Tanya?
Yes, now for Tanya. This is very successful. I'm very glad.
It is.
I'm glad you're enjoying them.
Be you. The world needs you.
Aw, Tanya, you're so sweet. I know that the world needs you. And Brenda likes the idea. Charlotte says, I made a goblin juice and put it inside a container inside a pumpkin with dry ice around the juice. Just loved it. Oh. I bet they did. Oh, that's harking back to Halloween, everyone. And Milady says, me too, me too.
Okay.
She's good at picking, but lately she's been like deshuffling everything here. Okay.
Celebrate your body and enjoy your senses.
Oh, this sounds like you have to pay attention to your body. When you start doing that, you also have to do things like relaxing and things like that.
Now
enjoy your senses.
Francoise?
Yes, Francoise. She wants a card, please.
Be patient with yourself.
That one I think I can use all the time. You?
Yes.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
And Lori Allen says, oh my God, now I'm wondering what I have done that I have to forgive myself for. So true. Thank you, ladies. Oh, Lynn Burton would like an angel card, please. Okay, this is always so fun when we do this, and it really breaks the ice around the office. Sometimes we have so much to do, and these actually kind of put a little, a little bit of personal and feelings into our day.
Exactly. Lynn, allow your life to be filled with wonder.
Oh, so true, and there is so much to wonder at. And there's so much to wonder about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeanette says, me, please. And Donna says she loves her thought. You're welcome,
Okay.
Donna.
Let's see.
Tanya, she likes hers too. Jeanette gets one.
Okay. Jeanette.
Yep, me, please.
Everything is here for you, waiting to be received.
And we know how that goes now,
Mhm.
don't we? You know how it goes. You have to be still
Yeah.
to receive.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Okay. That's something that we don't
Yep.
do very much of, is just sit and
Mhm.
be and sit. AJ Gordon, one more,
Okay.
and that's it. That's all the angel cards that we'll do. Some of them are a little repetitive. I didn't realize that.
You are on the right path.
Oh, Becky says I
Yeah.
like one too.
Okay.
Poor little thing.
One more.
Okay, AJ Gordon, you're on the right path.
Yeah.
I don't know what path that is, but oh my goodness, it looks like a good one.
Okay, this is for Becky.
Mhm.
I love who I am. I love who I am becoming.
That's for you.
Yeah.
So hopefully you do love who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if you don't, you should.
Yes.
That was great. Thank you so much for joining in on our angel cards
Mm-hmm.
little game. I have another game that I want to talk about, which is going to be to not raffle. Remember I said raffle, and then eventually I said no, we can't do a raffle because that's illegal. But I did say that we were going to do some kind of contest, and I'm going to put it up after our live stream here today. I'm going to put up I think it'll be a poll, or it's going to be a post. But I want you to know that if you answer more than the number, like you can't say any other things, but you need to have a number of that will be the answer. And what the number is going to be guessing how many bells are in this jar. Isn't this hilarious?
Yeah.
So we had little bells. I don't know if you can hear this.
Just barely.
Yeah. So these are little Christmas bells that used to be a part of Kathy's designs.
One of Kathy's designs, yes.
Yeah, and we were thinking, well, we got to have a bowl or something, glass that has some things in it, like a jelly bean. And
Exactly. And I came up with needles, so you know.
how many
Aren't you
needles?
glad we changed?
So now it looks like they look a little bit like jelly beans.
They do.
And they
Yeah.
are in a whole bunch of them. And we have I counted them
Yes.
individually the other day. So I'm going to put a post up, and I just want a number. And those of you who are closest to these numbers, is the closest to the number, will get this. I believe it will be this one that's framed, but it could also be this one. And this is the design. I mentioned it last week. It's called Noah's Ark. And we have a duplicate of this stitched. I think this one might have been by me, and then it might be Donna who stitched the other one. I'm really not sure. But we had a number of model stitchers at one point, and they did this. So this will be a really fun gift to get. And all you have to do is come close to guessing how many, not reds or greens,
Yeah.
just how many in total.
Total.
Of these balls. And you may get all the balls too.
Yeah. You might end up with all the
Jingle balls.
the jingle bells. Lucky you.
AJ Gordon really likes her angel card. That's really cute. Milady says thanks too and love it. So Judy, this is not the place to give the
No.
number.
No.
Do not give
No.
numbers
No.
here.
No.
No. Okay?
It'll be when the poll is available.
That's right. I'm going to put
Yeah.
a separate post. It
Yeah.
will either be a post that has a poll in it where you can put your numbers in there, or the post, and then in the comment, just like you did, just the number in the comment.
Yeah.
So either way, if there's any writing in there, I'm not going to take
No.
it because we can't read every writing. But
It just has to be numbers.
Yes. So that's going to be the rule. And those of you who got the right guess, or as close as you can get to the total of these, will win a Noah's Ark model.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys think it's fun, but
We do.
fun for us. And if this is successful, we may do one more.
That's right. We're also fun to give away all the jingle bells too. So
I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your guesses. And, I'm not going to say anything about your guesses because it could be this, but it could not. And don't forget, I'm not using the guesses you've got here.
That's right. You have to do it again once it's been posted.
That's right. Anything that's on this comments is going to be ignored. So no problem. I'll take a picture of the actual jar. So, the picture will give some indication, I should say, of what's in there possibly. But this is it. This is the thing right here.
I like how it looks, actually.
It does look kind of nice, doesn't it? It's got a pattern to it and everything. But the picture will be a little far away, so you can't do too many of these, like how many there are, etc. Because you have to also guess what's inside.
It's a guessing game.
It's a good guessing game, actually. What I heard some time ago, years ago, a scientist did this and had people guessing. And the more people you have guessing, and you take all of the guesses from like millions to 0, you take them all together and you add them all up and you take their average. In other words, you divide it by however many people did the guessing. Apparently it came the closest to the actual guess.
Oh, wow.
Which I'm kind of hoping to see.
Exactly. It'll be a good experiment.
Yeah, a little scientific experiment. Thank you for joining in on this new thing. This will be so fun. Fun contest would be great to win. Can we guess more than once? No. Good question, though. That is a good question. No more than one. And Janet, do not, Sharon, those, the good guesses, whatever guesses you want, but not until I post it.
That's right.
Okay?
Save your guess for later on.
Yeah, save your guess. Yeah. You'll see it sometime today. And I think that was all I had in my head.
Except, yes, you have one more thing, though.
Well, we have to also talk about the fact that the Stitch of the Week is on our YouTube channel by now.
Yeah, absolutely. It was up there at 10 o'clock.
Yes. And we have one more thing.
Yes.
Which is the bottom of the Stitch Along. For those of you. Oh, speaking of the Stitch Along, we had this disaster happen this week. And Lorraine actually mentioned it to me. And she says, where is the link for the files?
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
And apparently they just took it away. Okay, so what I did somewhere on Tuesday or so, I sent in a question to the group support. Facebook group support came to me, apparently answered and said, would you like us to send this to group support? And I'm going, yes. So I tried saying yes. Oops. And then the next thing I saw was they had closed my question.
Oh, geez.
And I hadn't gotten an answer yet. Yeah. So I'm working on it. But Facebook is one of the most difficult people or companies to get in touch with. So in the meantime, I am going to put a post up in the announcements that gives the link itself. And I believe for most people, if you are needing the link, you just need to add /files to the URL link to access those files. If you need the previous files, in other words, you want to see all the files at one time. However, in the announcements, the latest file will be uploaded and will be put within the announcements. So in the announcements somewhere, you should see a replay of this video and then the link for accessing all files. And then there is also, there's also the latest file of the latest one, which is this one. So at the bottom, you'll see a garden, and you will see the, what do you call this? This is Smyrna cross that's all across the bottom. And the cool thing about the Smyrna cross in this case is that it can be interspersed, 2 different colors.
Yeah.
Or you can also use an overdye.
An overdyed would be nice.
In fact, I would like that better than this regular interspersed.
2 solid colors.
Yeah, so if you have an overdye, this is a great place to use it. Make sure you use some of the colors you've used up here in there. And one of the colors in the overdye could probably be greenish.
Yeah.
To kind of go along with the grass and everything. And also a little bit of color to suggest more foliage and flowers, right? So this is the next and the last of
July.
Yay! There you go.
But you won't post the August one until the first week of August?
Yeah, I was looking at that. First of all, I haven't made it yet, so that makes it really tough. And our calendar here is like next week would be the 30th.
Yeah.
But August is long, and so I've decided that I'm going to make August available 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
So in the first week of August, whenever the first Friday of August is, because I haven't done it yet.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That'll give you some time. Yeah.
And I have to think of a theme and everything. I haven't had my conference with you yet.
I know, exactly. Well, it should have some people in it.
I think there will be people in this one. And I was thinking in terms of camping. They could be camping.
Yeah.
They could be fishing. They could be barbecuing. They could be picnicking. It could be gardening.
Canning their, food from, because it is, canning season.
Yep. I mean, there's all these suggestions and ideas. And of course, now I've given away all my ideas. None of them will be a surprise, or the mystery part. But
or it'll be completely different.
or it will be completely different, she says.
I like Laura. What happens if more than one guesses the correct number of the bells?
The exact number? Well, then we're going to have to really put on our thinking caps. I know. We'll cut it in half. And we'll send you each a half.
I think we've got more than one model, but
I think we do.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, though. And it's certainly possible that somebody will do the same correct guess, whatever the closest is, like you were saying, and we'll come up with another answer for that. But for now, just do your guesses.
Yes.
And, everybody wants to win, so obviously, but only one person can win, so hopefully you'll understand that it's lighthearted. Even though there's a very, very wonderful prize at the end that you want, it will be hopefully fun. And if we do come up against any problems, you'll find out next week, because it's going to be done between now and next week.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Diane says she loved the July pattern. We have so many lakes here. I'm so glad you did. Thank you, Diane. In the U.S., August is usually County Fair month.
Oh,
now
good.
there you go.
Yeah.
County Fair. I love that idea, Marty. Thank you. Sharon says hello. Mountain climbing.
Yeah.
Oh my. Picnics, camping, barbecue. How about a beach scene for August with people? See, you guys have got it all.
Yeah.
There's so many wonderful scenes that we can think of. So let's hope I capture one that you all love. And what are you going to do this weekend?
Probably not too much.
She's going to relax.
Yeah. I went to my hometown last weekend, so I think I'll just hang about home and just take it easy. I think it's supposed to get up to 25 degrees tomorrow, so.
25 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, 25
it's gonna be
Celsius.
warm.
It's going to be warm.
Uh-oh. Well, okay. So I guess I'll hang in too and kind of keep quiet.
Yeah, just, take it easy. And
we were going to go to the beach and hang out in the sunshine. I think maybe that might be a bit
might
warm
want to do that in the morning.
Yeah, like at 7. Go there at 4 in the morning.
That's right, exactly. And do that then, and then
go home and bask in the heat.
That's right. You turn on your air conditioning and relax.
Good idea. It sounds like you are going to be really happy this weekend too.
I am going to take it easy this weekend.
Well, you worked hard this week.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
By the way. And I hope all of you also have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy relaxing or not, as the case may be. Enjoy getting together with friends if you are double vaccinated, especially.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next Friday.
See you next Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.